on the internet. Visit composer.net, download the appropriate version for your operating system, and unzip it to your hard drive. The first thing we need to do is get some content. Now, you should write this yourself, but I'm going to save some time. I'm going to take a little PLR article, and I'm going to paste it in. Next thing that we want to do is get our heading. We'll copy this, and we'll also use it for the name of our page. Go to Format, Page Title and Properties. We can put it in right there. The author, we'll say, is unknown. Description, bad aspects of hypnosis. Language, we're going to choose language. Let's say American English. English, and we go to the end, United States. Writing direction you don't have to worry about, but we'll just fill it in anyhow. Click OK. Now, page format, page colors and background. Use custom colors for the background. Let's take a light green today. Probably wouldn't really want to use this in your page. If you had a background image, you could choose it there. Alright, now again, let's go to our heading. And this time we're going to center it. We're going to change it to heading 1. Let's come down to our first paragraph. First of all, we're going to separate the paragraph. And then we're going to again take part of it and turn it into a heading 2. If I hadn't separated it, it would have turned everything into heading 2. We'll do the same thing down here. Now let's come down to the bottom of the page. We'll take this, we'll center it, and we'll turn it bold. Now after that, we're going to come down some more, and we're going to insert a line. Now, we can select this line. It's a little hard to do it here. We're in normal view now. We have 4 views. Let's come over to the one that says HTML tags. Okay. Now we see the HR, the horizontal line. We can select the properties for it. 100% of window. Good. Pixels. Let's make this 8 pixels. And there we go. We can see it in the preview here that it's gotten a little bit bigger. Okay, let's go back one more time. This time we'll change the color on it. Advanced Edit, Inline Style, Color, Value. Let's make it brown. Okay, and now you can see we have a brown horizontal line. Okay, at the end of this, let's take some text and put this. We don't want this bold, but let's have it italic. Okay, next thing we want to do, we're going to take some of this and we're going to put in an ordered list. Okay, again I'm going to separate this by putting enter here. Going to do that again here. We're going to take this part and change it into an unordered list with bullets. Okay. Main users of... Let's undo that. Didn't get it in quite the right place. The main users of our hypnotic trances are Alright, now we'll change this into an unordered list. Go here, we'll put in another one. I'm just adding enter. Government. Alright, now the next thing I want to do, let's change the color on this. Let's go to red. Let's make it bold. And a little bit larger. A little too much. Alright, now if I center this, you don't get a good effect. You get something like that. What you probably want is to use the indents instead here. If you indent it too much, the last line will wrap. So we don't want to overdo that. Okay. And we can take this and we can center it. And we can make it a little bit bigger also. Okay, let's insert a table. Insert, table. We want 2 columns, 1 row. And we will take this picture of me. We'll copy it. Come over here. On the keyboard, hit Shift Enter. And it's too big. So we go to HTML tags. We select the image tag, right-click on it, look for image properties, second tab, dimensions. We're going to change this. Notice it's constraint is checked here, so we only need to switch one of these. We'll switch this to 137, makes the other 145. Click OK. Now we have something reasonable. Now let's take this text here and we'll just copy it into the other cell. To move this text a little further away, easiest way to do it is just with this indent button. Looks good to me. Now let's go into our source and take a look at our table. We probably have some borders that we want to change. Here's our table. Let's change that border to 0. And we're good to go. Now in the preview, you can see that we can't even see that we put a table in there. Alright, I want to put one more table in. Okay, I'm going to pretend that we have some other pages, so let me make those really quickly. File. We want a new tab. Let's try Control T. Alright, so we're going to have a new page here, and I'm just going to put in a couple of dots, and I'm going to name this page. Format, page title and properties, page 2. Page 2. Okay, I'm going to save it. Save as for website, page 2. Okay, I'm going to do this again. Text, format, page title and properties, page 3. Okay, file save as page 3, and we're good to go. Now let's go back to page 1. We're going to insert another table, and this time I want 3 rows, and we're going to call the first one home. The second one will be page 2, and the third one will be page 3. Oops. Page 3. Alright, let's take all of these and we'll center them. This is our navigation table. Okay, and we're going to put in links. Link. Oops, we can't link to ourselves yet because we haven't saved the page. So, let's save the page. Gnosis from the dark side. Alright, now we can link to ourselves. Okay, link is to be opened in the same window without frame sets. Okay, number 2. This is page 2. There we go. Link is to be opened. Same window without frame sets. And number 3. Now we could be changing this and saying in a new window, but I think for this type of navigation you want to open in the same window. There you have it. Let's save the page. Let's take a look at it in a preview. It's not a pretty page, but it shows you how to make them. Now that we're done, all we have to do is upload to the web. We can do that right out of the program. If we go to File and go to Publish, let's enter the address of our home page, the FTP information, we enter your username, we enter your password, and click Save Password. We enter a name for the site, and then we click Publish. Publishing directly from the Composer program works pretty well the first time you publish a site, but for managing a site and making small changes, you're probably going to want to find yourself an FTP program. There are a bunch of good ones you can find on the web. I like FileZilla.